and I've got to get it in and get it in fast. So let's get into it. Shout out to Mia Ryan and Queensley, and I think Corey retweeted me too. Just some members from the cast that I have interacted with on Twitter. Thank you guys for supporting my review of your show. And yeah, you know, hashtag on out this bitch. Hashtag Houston Beauty out this bitch. Here we go. All right. Mia's weave is blowing in the wind, giving me all kinds of bereaved transgendered realness. Okay? Let that sink in. Queensley is trying to talk Mia off the ledge because y'all know Mia is pissed off at Miss J for all of that he, she, him, you know, boy. What's it this? What's a date? He is a boy. Like, you know, doing shit, y'all. Shout out to Karen Washington shit. That was funny as hell. Anyway, y'all, Mia is in her feelings right now because of what went on at Franklin. So Queensley has to talk her off the ledge and remind her that you only got, what, a month left? You need to finish school. Fuck all this foolishness. And I'm like, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Because at the end of the day, hairdressers make bank if you got the right clientele, the right attitude, and the right skills. So fuck all that side shit and just get to the business of it. Remember about the moolah, baby. Remember about the moolah. Everybody's broke around here. We need that money, okay? We need the bread. So let's just move along. So Miss J is trying to calm down Corey when he says that he can't take this drama. He put on his book bag and he leaves, okay? And Miss Illy, in one of her many wigs, convinces Miss J to go home to, you know, to the set of soul food so she can get her mind right. Okay, here's my problem. My problem is that I don't like that because Miss J has known Corey for longer, she all of a sudden, you know, like not all of a sudden, but she's so quick to take his side in the argument. Now, I say this, that I felt like the argument is both Queensley and Corey's fault because Queensley is barking too loud, meaning that even though she may not have liked that girl, fuck all that. This is about school. It's about this business. About getting out of school. So fuck all of that. You could not like the bitch, but put a damn weave on her and do the shit with a smile and go your ass home. Like, point blank, period. Another thing, Corey's attitude is for the birds too. He pop off real quick. He curse her out real quick. It's not just her going off on people. She going off on a whole bunch of queens, and the queens is acting like queens. Like, what the fuck do you expect? Queening the fuck out. Punking the fuck out. I'm a punk under pressure. When you see me leave my money on a dresser. A dresser, dresser, dresser. Shout out to Katie Reed. Get your life, Malcolmine Block Party, YouTube it. Anyway, so Neil is not quitting the commercial, okay? Neil and his pink hair and his braces and his piercings are trying to get it together, okay? He is not going to quit, okay? So there's not any drama on his shoot, as he said. And Neil and Grace are cool now. They hugged it out, thank God. Don't nobody need all of that tension around the spots. And baby, they are giving me the Hills Have Queens with that pretty ass queen that they had, that pretty ass transgender. I don't know. I know it was a man because the bitch was too tall to be a woman, and you know the size of the head and all of that. But that was a pretty ass little boy girl right there. Okay, I don't know what her name was, but she was giving me everything. Okay, with the weave and the hair. Okay, giving me everything. Okay, they got her in a fucking space cadet porno star outfit. She looked like she, you know, just jumped out of Space Nuts, if you know your good pornos. And you know what I mean? It was just like fucking crazy, okay? Like, I don't understand what the fuck her walking in the rocks and the dirt and the bushes and shit and kicking open porta potty doors got to do with Franklin Beauty School. I understand that you was trying to be avant-garde with it. You was trying to do extra with it. But I'm glad, you know, that the next day Miss J decided to cancel those commercials because I didn't want Lil Neil to get his feelings hurt. Yes, he put forth a lot of effort, and if this was, you know, a PSA about drag queens and roadside assistants, then I would understand. But that's not where we at with this. So that whole little thing didn't make no sense to me. Actually, Queensley's commercial made more sense to me with the women standing up in front of the school saying, say yes to Queensley. I mean, say yes to the beauty school. Say yes to Franklin. Say yes to education. You know, say yes to the weave, bitch. Like, you know, that was basically what her commercial was, and it made more sense. But like I said, to everyone's dismay, Miss J canceled the commercial, and Queensley was like, not after all of that, I almost got jumped and you gonna cancel it? Now, she wasn't being like malicious or nasty with it, she was just saying. And this is why I so identify with Queensley, because I'm also, well, was the type of person that would just say anything in any surrounding regardless, and think that people will understand that I'm just joking, or I'm not being mean about it, or I'm not being a bitch or nothing like that. But I am gonna say what's on my mind, but I also try to smile and laugh when I say things so people wouldn't get offended. But some people are assholes and want to get offended anyway. So I had to learn how sometimes to just think about things and be like, do I really want to say this right now? And sometimes I be like, no, bitch, don't say nothing, because they're gonna take whatever you say, they're gonna take it the wrong way. Just don't say nothing. And I've learned that, okay? I had to learn that the hard way a few times, okay? And it's still hard for me not to go off on people. I will not give a fuck, okay? I will go off on people. So I so identify with Queensley. But Miss Ely and her wig had to tell her to bring that shit down, because this wasn't the time. It wasn't the time. So then Corey tries to have a kumbaya moment and say it wasn't just Queensley, it wasn't just him, it was everybody's fault. And Queensley is like, I'm not here for that. And he was like, you know, why you had to say it with an attitude? And then, you know, they start going back and forth. And she was like, if you would have never put that girl in my commercial. And I'm like, where the fuck is Shamika? Did Shamika get suspended? Did Shamika get put out? Why ain't nobody talk about why Shamika not here? Because I know if Shamika was here, Shamika would have popped her in her face for saying that shit. But I guess Shamika got kicked out like her ass should have. Like, bitch, you need to take somebody telling you they're not talking to you without you jumping out your chest trying to fight somebody at a school, at an institution. No, or all right. So they go back and forth, and Queensley's like, I ain't got time for this shit. She picks up her bag, she walks out. She told Corey to get his life. Corey told her to get her life, bitch. And I'm like, now Corey, why you had to go there? Why you had to go there? I don't give a fuck if you gay or not. And I just assume you gay because you look fish to me. But if I'm gonna need for you to not be calling people bitches when you ain't cool with them like that, because you knew that was gonna set her off. And if any other man that was straight would have called her a bitch, that would have been an issue anyway. So it make me mad how Miss J always want to come in there screaming and hollering, I ain't quiet, with the fucking hair bumped in the back but not combed down. Miss J, please, 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 please. I see that you bumping your hair. I see you bumping your hair. Why are you not combing it? Why not even with a rake comb? I don't even understand, okay? I don't understand. Anyway, so, you know, Queensley was just like, you know, fuck it. And he was like, fuck it. And then, you know, they all walk out. Everybody goes back to class. And Miss J is pissed off. And she comes up to Queensley and she's like, I heard you talking about fuck the school and all of that. And she was like, I didn't say fuck the school. I said fuck Corey. That's what I said. And she was like, well, I don't want no cursing in my school. And she was like, well, did you hear when he called me a bitch? And she was like, I'm going to deal with him. I'm going to deal with him. But right now I'm dealing with you. And I'm like, you know what? That would be all well and good if you actually went back there and told him something. But you didn't. You went back there and coddled him and told him, don't worry about it. Just be quiet. Don't worry about it. I know, baby. Don't worry about it. Fuck all that. If he would have never called her a bitch, that shit wouldn't have blew up like it did. Let's be real. So it was both of their faults. So treat both of their asses equally, because both of them are causing a fucking ruckus for the second day. It's not Queensley and another student. It's Queensley and the same fucking student from the last time. She got into it with him first. That Shamika bitch just jumped in because she didn't like people telling her, I wasn't talking to you. She felt played. That's why she jumped up. She felt played and felt like she had to do something. When you a ghetto bird, and please don't get offended, because I know plenty of ghetto birds that have no, you know, control over their impulses. Somebody tell them something, they feel played. The first thing they want to do is fight, because they feel like if they beat somebody's ass, that's going to all of a sudden fix them feeling played. And it's like, no, bitch, you still got played. So you might as well just tell her, bitch, I don't care if you was talking to me or not, I'm talking to you. Get over it. Like, for real. You jumping up out your chair, so uncalled for, whatever, bitch. Anyway, so then Queensley's, you know, we get to Queensley's home life, okay? Queensley's home life is hard because she is helping her mom, who just lost her job, take care of her 2 little brothers. And one of her little brothers is disabled. He can't talk. He can't walk. So he's like, you know, he looked like a 13-year-old. He looked like a teenager to me. You know, basically, and he can't do for himself, so everything they have to do for him. So Queensley has a lot going on right now. Mia comes over, and, you know, she got to tell her mama that Mia is a boy. She was like, are you a boy or a man? Do you want me to call you a boy or a man? Or do you feel, and I am a transgendered woman. I am a lady. And I was like, Mia, you better tell her, bitch, I am a lady, okay? Now, Mia, let me ask you something, boo, because I know you're going to watch, so, you know, holla at me, let me know. Are you a hermaphrodite? And I'm not being funny. I'm not being no bitch or nothing like that. I'm seriously asking because she said that she wasn't she's, you know, because she was asked her, like, so you was a man? And she was like, well, I wasn't ever a man, I just wasn't all the way a woman. So I'm thinking, when hermaphrodites have both parts, so that would explain some of the feminine shit in, you know, in Mia's face. Like, I know she got some stuff done, but still, like, you can still get stuff done and look like a dude. Trust me, I've seen plenty of drag queen that get that filler shit and just look like a fat, you know, fat in the face drag queen with a skinny neck. It's confusing. I don't know. All I know is, I just want to know, like, are you a hermaphrodite? And if so, like, do you get one part removed or do you keep both parts? I don't know. I've never seen, like, what a hermaphrodite looks like down there. I want to Google it. I'm going to Google it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so, I'm sorry, y'all. That shit's interesting to me. I don't know. I Google pictures of, like, post-op all the time. I don't know why. I'm curious to see how somebody could turn a clit into a dick and a dick into a clit. I'm just curious. I'm sorry. Anyway, so Miss J nervous ass is at school, and, you know, Mia apologizes to her for her behavior, but she doesn't seem like she was really receptive to it. Queensley ass is sleeping in class, and Miss J pulls her into her office to talk to her about it, and of course she gotta cry and tell her what her family issues are, so Miss J can finally understand why she's sleeping in class, because she gotta work and try to help take care of her family. It's not just her and her apartment living her life like it's golden. It's not like that. She got responsibilities that a lot of other people may not understand. But here's my thing. I agree with Queensley. I don't have to tell you my whole fucking life story for you to you know what I mean, for you to understand who I am or understand the type of person I am. I don't feel like Queensley is mean. I feel like she's over the top. And I have learned one thing. If you're not mean to me, if you're not disrespecting me, I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to hate on you. If you over the top and I don't fuck with that, then I don't fuck with you. But I'm not going to act ugly with you. I'm not going to try to stop your shine and all of that as long as you don't try to stop mine. And I feel like that's the disconnect with the other students. Attention teachers to students. Attention teachers to students. It just happened. I'm sorry. Attention teachers to students. Y'all gotta watch SNL and get my life. Anyway, so you know what I mean. I understand Queensley and I understand everybody else's point of view, but I do feel like at some point people have to act like grown ass people and stop letting what other people do affect them. Like, why is Queensley being over the top, pissing you off so much? Like, I don't understand that. Let it go. Like, let it go. Like, as long as she's not affecting you, fuck it. Like, that's how I feel. But anyway, I guess she was affecting them being in a group, child, whatever. I ain't got time for that. I'd have been like, bitch, you don't like the model. It's too late to change the model. I'm sorry that you don't like her. I didn't know that. That's kind of not my problem. But, you know, we at school. We got to get this done. You're going to have to work with people you don't like because there are a number of people in here who don't like you. So let's just get through it. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't have to be all of the hoopla that it actually became. But anyway, so then Mia and Neil get together at his store and they talk about doing something for Miss J. And they decide to do a hair show. So they go around telling everybody at school, including the other teachers, so they can get everything together so they can do like this hair show from the past and the present and all of that type of stuff. Now, if you ask me, they got it together in a short period of time, so I'm not going to be mad at how there was no 90s segment. I didn't see a 90s segment, bitch, and I'm mad because I would have loved to see like the asymmetrical with the bang, with the real, you know, like with the real bump, or how they used to do it. It was short on top, the short tight curls on top, and then long hair in the back. Bitch, yes. Okay, we could have went 90s. I know so many 90s hairstyles, bitch. It could have went for days, okay? It could have went for days. We could have did the slick over one eye like Aaliyah used to do, because don't nobody do that no more. But you know, you could do like that whole slick over the eye. Back, forth and forth. Like, I'm just saying. So, anyway, so they have a nice show, and Miss J really appreciated it. She really was, you know, crying and feeling, you know, the love from them. And when she found out it was Mia's idea, she took Mia to the back and they discussed how, you know, Mia really appreciates her taking her back so many times and always being there, and, you know, just being something that, you know, being a comfort zone for her in a way, but just really being a support system to let her know there are people out here that want you to win. You know what I mean? So regardless of Miss J never combing the back of her hair and her freaking out and acting like she ain't never seen people fight before, baby, I grew up in a hairdresser. People argue and fight all the time, especially when it's a bunch of queens and women. So I don't know why she letting all of this make her so mad. She need to go home, pop her Percocet and have a nap. Like, it's alright, boo. You ain't got to be all upset about it. It's going to happen. All you do is tell everybody, I don't take no fighting. I don't take all of that fuck shit. If you don't like it, get the fuck up out my school. I ain't got no time for that. You ain't got to keep giving people chance after chance after chance. And also interpret what's going on. Stop stop thinking that just because, like, obviously they don't like her because she's flashy and she's like, you know, a boisterous personality. Like, let's be real. Like, they don't like her because she's different. She don't fit in like everybody else. Let's just be real. And the only reason they don't dislike Mia ass is because they're probably scared that Mia gonna turn into a dude, hulk up, and beat the fuck out of everybody. Like, I'ma just be real. Okay, because when I seen how Corey and Mia was getting into that fight on the previews, I was like, bitch, she threw down the head. Bitch, she threw down the head. Bitch, she threw down the head. Y'all know whenever a drag queen or a queen or a transgender, whenever somebody is like fabulous on their shit, they don't just throw down their floppy hat and their bag on the ground. Okay, they give their shit to somebody. So for her to just throw her shit down, it was popping and going off, and that dude was about to come out like, yeah. It was like, oh shit. That's what made me want to watch this shit. I was like, oh, I have to watch. But anyway, you guys, that's basically all that happened. This episode, it started off with drama, but it ended nice, and I'm happy for that. I don't want it to always be fights. I actually want to see somebody do some fucking hair, so y'all work on that. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I love you all, and I will see you guys in my next video, which should be Love and Hip Hop.